Hello, everybody. How is it going? Welcome to Disco Discusses Dungeons and Dragons. How is everybody doing? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Say hi, friends. You're live as well. Say hi.
Oh. Hello.
Unfortunately, our darling Anthony could not be with us today.
Yeah.
He has some professional conflicts. I don't know what could be more important than this, but so it is. No, we love him. Which actually I wanted to get into something straight away. Anthony actually has something coming up this Sunday. And we were thinking, I really, we don't want to cancel on Sunday, but we also don't want to do something without him. And we were sort of brainstorming what we could do instead on Sunday. So we came up with an idea, which we would like to announce that we're doing, which is the return of Lengua. A one-shot adventure with Bex. Lengua lives. We'll have some new PCs played by Blu and Ian. And we'll just have a very silly, horrid, amazing time with our new dragon friend. Everything is horrid.
Also, I need to comment on the fact that Spanish was never in question.
Let's get into this.
Let's unpack this.
We're going to answer your questions. We're going to, we'll recap the past episode and episode 7 as well. We do need to say, one of the things we touched on, of course, was that we technically made Spanish canon in the last episode. Now, I'm extremely white, so I should be blamed for this. But Blu, this is your fault because I would just I'm blaming Blu. I just like to remind everyone, you can actually see, right here, that the name of the school is in fucking Spanish. So Spanish was always canon. So there you go.
Let's get to the bit where it's my fault. What happened?
So the first question is from... The first question is from Katie W. Punked. Her favorite cereal is anything with cinnamon, which I agree with. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is the goat of cereals. Going back to episode 7, which was the episode before we met with Lengua. Rufus, what do you think the conversation was like with Tisryn as Tuyen left for his date? Did you guys talk about anything, or did you just sit there in silence? What do you think that conversation was like?
I think it would have immediately opened up questions on his end of what's a date? How do I date? What do you do on a date? Do you eat on a date? Do you always eat on a date? Does it always involve food? Is it always dinner? To the point where I would have been I have homework, and sat down and done homework. And every maybe a couple minutes being
a new question.
Okay, but is a salad okay? What can you eat on a date?
Incredible.
What who can I date? Can I date? Do you date your friends? Do you date that?
Amazing. So yeah, in episode 7, you all caught up with Cress again, and she revealed her findings to you, and it was a little bit confusing, and you all went and met Glor, the Star Diviner. Did you have any impressions of Glor? The big stone giant who sort of made you take his class.
Oh.
He seemed a bit
what did you think, Blu?
Stony.
He seemed very a film buff archetype of a person.
Can you maybe extrapolate on that a little bit?
Well, it was just the focusing on the fact that the class that you had to take was about lenses.
Okay, yeah, totally.
Really got to me. I'm sure that you have some hidden reason why that is so important.
Yeah, I totally do. I have totally
Yeah.
that planned. Absolutely.
But the fact that it was about lenses really got me. And yeah, it's just very much gatekeeping the stargazing community.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Incredible. And Tuyen, you got to meet your a cappella Scares and Scores Mark. What was her name again? Now I've totally forgotten. Trina Lee. Trina Lee.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What was your takeaway from meeting Trina? She was like, remember she worked at the paper and started grilling you guys for like answers and stuff. Do you remember that?
Right.
Oh yeah.
Right. And then Tisryn started to like answer a little bit or like look as if he should start answering, and then Rufus was just like, don't say anything. I feel like she's gonna be difficult to scare. I'm definitely gonna need some help scaring her, so I have to like prepare what Tuyen is gonna do.
Do you have any thoughts of how you're gonna do it?
I mean, so the water snakes worked very well with Yarth.
Yarth. Garth is from Wayne's World.
So that worked well last time. So I'm thinking of doing something again with shaped water.
Mm-hmm.
And also like, oh, this might be really mean, but like since she uses paper, I'm just, like water and paper don't mix very well.
Just messing up her notes.
Like I don't know, like she seems like she would get stressed out if her notes got messed up, and that's mean, but also like
it doesn't scare.
Oh
so
my God.
I like the transition from not just scaring her, but just being mean to her.
Just being mean. The
just a
facts from your
bully.
last article were disproven.
I love it. I love it.
it's like a psychological kind of abuse instead of
Absolutely. That's absolutely what I intended for this campaign. 100%. Tuyen, Merry Christmas asks, Merry Christmas, whose favorite cereal is Fruit Loops, but a Lucky Charms cereal bar is a great snack.
That's good.
Way to go. Is Tuyen going to settle down with just one relationship? If so, is he going to keep flirting with everyone? And what is like Tuyen's orientation? What does he prefer? Where does Tuyen land on the spectrum if he lands anywhere?
I love how you just toss that.
I'm really going for it, you guys.
So Tuyen, he is definitely a flirt. I don't think he's gonna stop flirting because it's just a deep part of his personality. If he were an astrological sign, I would say he's probably a Libra.
Of course.
For
We were all
those of
thinking
you
that.
who know astrology, as far as his orientation goes, I would say that he doesn't choose a label because he's so fluid,
Mhm.
like water. Get it?
I love that.
So I mean, if he had to put a term down, it would probably just be queer, ambiguous queer.
Amazing.
He goes for femme people, mask people, people in between, both, everything, nothing. His type is really just like, are they pretty?
Mhm.
And if they're pretty, then he will flirt with them.
And his definition of pretty is also extremely loose as well, which I'm
It's
very
just-
much into.
Yeah,
Are they?
it's more of like a personality thing than it is like a physical trait, I think.
I love it.
Aw.
Now, in episode 7, Tuyen, you had this interaction with P.A. Witherthorn, where you sort of met him to gather your monologues, but he seemed possibly intoxicated. What did you take anything? Did Tuyen take anything away from that? What was his impression as he was leaving, or was he more focused on working on these monologues for the show?
I think his main focus was like the monologues because this is his dream, this is his passion, this is why he's at school. But there is a little bit of underlying concern of just like, is PA okay? Seems like he's going through a rough time. He lost his wife. He's grieving. Maybe this is his complex way of showing his grief or mourning. I don't think Tuyen really thinks on it too deeply, though. I don't think he suspects that anything serious is up.
Interesting. And Rufus, you got I think this was the first communication from your family that we've had in the campaign yet, which was a letter from your father, which was very short. What did this letter evoke in Rufus? Because immediately you went and tried to do something to Bartholomew.
Yeah.
Do something to Bartholomew.
I really thought that was gonna work too. I didn't realize that I had to
Well, as
cut off a body part.
I wrote some incredible items which are extremely clear and well thought out. So I don't understand how you couldn't have immediately extrapolated that in order to use an item, you have to cut off a piece of your body.
I should have known. I should have immediately known. I thought it was a brilliant idea. It was not.
My question is, what was Rufus hoping to acquire from this, using this jar, which was used malevolently against you earlier?
Well, I think that from my having only like my family's standpoint and mainly my dad's standpoint is that the Dare Say family is bad and up to no good. So and the only interactions I've had with Bartholomew are that he's like too nice. So I feel like he's hiding something because of the only view I've had of this family is like they're bad, they're doing something bad, which may or may not be true, but like that's what I've been told. And I think that I've been being pretty lax with it. So getting like an actual letter from a father who like already doesn't communicate with you that much is like oh fuck. So immediately felt pressure to do something, and that was the only thing that I could think of in the minute of like
I have to do something.
Maybe his like subconscious is bad because otherwise he's so nice it's annoying.
Is Rufus's opinion changing on him at all, or is it actually hardening that definitely this person is up to no good?
Of Bartholomew?
Mm-hmm.
I think he's right at the line of like, you're either insanely just stupidly nice or completely fucked up and like crazy in some form. Like it's so nice because you've just schemed beyond scheming and it's gonna end in my demise. But I think we're like so close to crossing that line of being like, oh no, I think maybe he's just a really normal person, which would be more confusing for me.
Yeah, there's truly in this world nothing is more shocking than a normal person.
That's why we love Mark.
Yeah.
I love Mark
Unbelievable.
so much.
Let's see what we have here. Oh, here's a good question. This comes from Jenny. Master Lorekeeper Jenny, as I like to call her. Her favorite cereal is Rice Krispies, although let's be fair, everyone eats them as bars. Now, I just wanted to take a quick diatribe here because I remember growing up that the Rice Krispie cereal with like little pieces of that, like little pieces of the bars. My understanding is that they have changed that recipe. So now they're just coated sugared Rice Krispies closer to Frosted Flakes, and that causes me great pain. I'm sorry to be the one to tell you this.
No, I've only ever had like the latter, like the newest Rice Krispies.
Yeah. I don't think I've had the old I didn't know that it used to just be like broken up.
This sucks
Sorry,
for me. This
sorry.
absolutely sucks.
We're
moving on.
We're very, very young. We're baby. We're baby, and you're
sucks.
and Noah's
Anthony,
a little bit older.
Anthony. All right, maybe I'm lying. Maybe I just lied to you guys too, which is I do all the time.
Oh God.
Rufus, so after you met with Glor, you all went to Millie's to change your classes, and you sort of got to see first person what a jerk Millie is. And Rufus, it definitely seemed to get under your skin most of all. But now you have failed your telescopic lenses. How do you think Rufus is feeling about maybe having to go back there with his tail between his legs, or having to, encounter her again, or does he not even care?
I don't think he's too worried about it. I think in a really nice way that I wasn't fully expecting. I don't think that I don't think that he trusts PA 100%, but I also don't think that he's had any kind of like an important task like this put on him. And in a way that he kind of had full authority over, that didn't have anything to do with his family or his siblings or his parents. So I think for that reason, the like any points where he's gotten into trouble with teachers or like had disputes with them, I think is a point of pride for him more than like, because the only other thing that I see with teachers who know him immediately are like, oh, you're probably going to be, really well behaved and good and do what we say. And I think this like this task, this like adventure and being put with these people, as much as is trying to mask whatever he's feeling, like it's a really big point of pride.
It sort of sounds like his first act of true rebellion, maybe.
Yeah, and I think that there's something really sweet about that. So it didn't feel wrong going off the rails when she started getting on Tisryn's like stuff again out of nowhere. That was really fun because he's very protective over Tisryn.
It's quite come a long way.
Yeah, still not very like openly caring towards him, but it's like it's the kind of like sibling thing where it's like, oh no, I get to be a dick to this person. You don't get to be a dick to this person.
Totally.
Aww.
Yeah.
And then we of course had our onion date with Mr. Rast. Ian, can you walk us through what you thought was going to happen, how it turned out, how you're feeling about having a beloved bond with somebody?
So I definitely was not expecting the beloved bond. I was definitely like working towards that because I know you introduced this concept to us of like you can have like foes and enemies, and then you can have like beloved characters that will bring you an added bonus even if they're not close to you, like just your love for them powers you through. And so I was like, oh, that's really interesting. I want to get both. Like I want to have like a mortal enemy and then like a beloved. I was definitely expecting the date to go well, but just more in like a fling sort of way of like okay, like let's go back to your room and like wink wink, nudge nudge, wink wink. But I wasn't expecting it to be, I think, a bit more romantic than
It did have a very romantic vibe to it.
It did. I also really loved the fan art that was drawn of
right.
Yeah.
Wasn't that amazing?
It
was
so
good when you were
good.
flipping your hair too.
Yeah,
And
it was so good.
that is up on our Twitter and Facebook right now, and
so
of course in the
good.
Discord as well.
Yes.
Yeah, and then you went in for the kiss at the end, and then we faded to black, and you got your beloved bond. Where do you think are you gonna have a conversation with him about like where are we going with this? Or are you just gonna let it ride? What do you think? Or does Tuyen just not even care? They're just like, I'll just do what I want.
I feel like Tuyen's very much a go with the flow kind of guy. So there might be a conversation about like, what's our future look like? But I don't know if he's thought about it too heavily.
Just one date.
Yeah. It's like taking it a day at a time, seeing how things go after that first date.
Amazing.
Seeing if anyone more worthy. I don't know if that's like the right word. Because I mean, because Tuyen immediately had eyes for oh god, what was it, Sylvanus or Sylvanus?
Yes, well, Sylvanus is a god, so that's
are you saying that that's out of Tuyen's league?
I'm not saying it's out of Tuyen's league. I'm just saying, it makes a lot of sense.
It's so funny. I want you to date Moonswallow.
Moonswallow, all right.
Moonswallow.
We're shipping. Who we ship?
I love Moonswallow. I really do. I also avidly hate this guy. I don't know why.
Yeah, you do.
I hate him.
And he's never really. Where does this hate come from? Do you think?
Let's unpack this.
Yeah, because I don't believe
know.
he's really ever spoken to you very. Do you feel shunted by him? You feel pushed aside?
I don't know. He's a man. And
A man, yeah, fair enough.
well, he did something a little weird during the date, didn't he? He didn't.
Well,
he said some.
I don't think he said anything. Well, what did he say? He talked about how he was very perceptive of people and would keep an eye on people.
Yeah, something was a little bit like sketchy. He seemed a little. It made me worry that he was maybe like keeping an eye on us. Like that made me scared.
Oh, he did ask. He was just like, "Oh, do you have these secrets? Like, is
Yeah,
there anything
and
that you aren't telling me?" And
keeping an eye on people.
Obviously did not say like we're on this secret quest sent by PA Witherthorn, because that's a secret between him and Rufus and Tisryn. Does anyone else know? Maybe the teacher, the professor. Oh God, what's their name? The one.
Cress, the one
Cress,
that helped. Yeah, they seem to have some. It seems like people know bits and pieces, right? So like, Cress knows about the monsters, and Millie knows about the battle you guys had with Baskin.
I forgot about that. I forgot that Tisryn was like, "We almost died. I almost died."
And even Yarth knows that she was sort of put to sleep under weird circumstances or something like that, but you haven't really talked to her.
We did tell her that. Yeah, I don't get a good vibe from him. And I'm calling it now if he crosses us. I'm just calling it right now.
What will you do if you're wrong?
If I'm wrong?
Yeah.
I don't know. Give him $5.
All right, there we go. You heard it here, chat. $5 on the line. We don't know who him is. We don't know if it's in game, out of game. Doesn't matter.
I give Noah $5.
I want $5. Rewriting the adventure so I can get $5 from Blue. Let's see what else happened. You took your tests. No, Tuyen, you did pass your telescopic lenses test, which is a very challenging test. Unfortunately, you failed, Rufus. But we do have your monologues. Now, I believe this was the monologue for The Broken Man, right? Is that it? The lead one?
I believe so, yes. Yeah.
I have here for your performance and insight check, you rolled an 11 and a 6. How are you feeling about those numbers leading into your audition? You still have to work on the brother and the wife, so it's not all bad. But how are you feeling about that 11 and 6?
Not good. Not very hopeful. I wonder what I feel like I have a performance student die, so I'm wondering if I just forgot to use that, or
I think you did use it for that 11.
I think I might have used it and I still rolled poorly.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm looking at my report card now and it looks like I did cross off oh. Well, actually, I know I remember crossing something off, but I don't think I saved it, so...
You used a student die. I don't remember if it was that one.
I think I did. I think I used...
Beetle just rolled some dice in the background there.
Yeah, he picks up his own bone, drops it, and then stares at it, and then picks it up and drops it and stares at it. And now he's just put his face into his bed, so I don't know how he's breathing.
Amazing. Well, thank you everyone in chat for the hype train, by the way. I've been watching that excitedly. Thank you all. We appreciate it so deeply.
Aww.
You all are the best. We have the best. We have the best.
We do. We have the best fans.
I'm calling them students now.
I like students.
It feels a little stupid and a little rude, but also a little cute at the same time. So I'm still playing with it.
We're a little stupid and a little rude and a little cute.
That's a really good point. That's a really good point. All right. So I think that pretty much covers the high points of that session, which leads us into Lengua. So how much did you both know about Bex's character coming in?
Absolutely nothing. I was so pleasantly
Yeah.
surprised. I didn't even know they were gonna do like a voice. Like it was all a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, they avidly told me nothing. I asked a lot.
Incredible.
Often.
So you sort of met this cat after sort of, getting the introductions out of the way. They were able to sniff out Tommy tracks for you. Tuyen, how did it feel to know that Tommy Tracks is on your tracks and to see Lengua sort of help you out in that moment?
Was that intentional? Did you choose that name so that you could make that pun?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It felt really good to have an ally that's very powerful and able to help me. Because I know that Tommy is he's like the leader of acapella, so it's like a pretty big deal that he's scaring me. It's like he's, the big bad leader. I don't know how I'm gonna be able to scare him.
Yeah. Well, you definitely have to get through Trina first.
And then possibly, I don't know who.
Possibly someone else we don't know yet. Do you have any thoughts about how you're going to figure out how to not get scared by him? Because now he has your scent. He's on to you. Or something. I don't know.
Ooh, that is a great question. I don't know. I mean, maybe Tisryn might have some sort of like prey seeking abilities since he's an Aarakocra, and I know that like red hawks do.
I'm sure they eat rabbits, right?
They eat rabbits, right? I mean, I don't know. I'm not.
All right, you heard it here. You heard it here.
I mean,
you heard it here.
He's not actually
gonna kill and eat.
No. Wait.
I'm not against it.
Wait. No. No murder.
We've already done a lot of murder.
Just sniffing him out and maybe swooping and grabbing him, but no murder. No murder.
Okay.
No murder. No murder.
Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. What else do we have here?
I'm so happy that you're his target simply for the fact that I want any interaction with Tommy Tracks that I can get.
Truly, I think I added it in just so that we could have more Tommy Tracks for you, Blue. Not even for like Ian's character or whatever.
I don't know if I've ever loved an NPC more than I love Tommy Tracks.
Aww.
He kills me.
After you dealt with Tommy, you made your way to Tefalok the Butcher, one of Lengua's old friends, who explained their system for feeding the entire school, a system of what they called food phylacteries. What was it like seeing where all the campus food came from, and seeing maybe this sort of this pompous character, see somebody who really cared about them in the relationship between Tommy Tracks and Lengua? Nothing. Nobody cared. Let's move on. Not kidding.
No, it was sweet. It was really sweet. I think that Rufus could see himself in that relationship as well. Could take some personal stuff out of it. I think I don't remember everything about that interaction, though. But I did like the fantastical science behind the way that our school is fed.
I just have to start I've honestly just been I'm just making crap up now that's not on the book, so that way Anthony won't be like, I know what this is. He does the same thing for me too. He's pulling out of Tome of Foes, which is the Kobold press book, so that I won't know the enemies. And I'm doing the same thing where I'm like, you don't know what a telescopic lens is because I made it up and I haven't decided what it does yet.
Made
In
it
your
up. Well, that was
face.
immediately what I did when he was because he was the one who was like Spanish, and I was like, hold on a fucking second. Hang on. Yeah, that makes sense. I like the food phylactery. Was that on the spot, or did you make that up beforehand?
I made it up beforehand. It was not very well thought out, but it's there. You know, it's one of those things where it's like, you get the general idea, right? You get what I'm going for. Please don't make me explain it.
I like making you explain this stuff, though. It was really fun.
It was cool. For some reason, it just reminded me a little bit of the simulacrum, I think, because of the duplicating, replicating aspect of things. So I was trying to see if maybe we would encounter like 3 more of Raskin like later down the line or something. Because I'm like, oh god, like, did we just like destroy one and now like 3 more are gonna pop up later down the line or something? So that's where Tuyen's brain went instantly. I don't know why. Yeah, I think it was just like something about the magic felt a little bit similar. But then after Tefalak explained it, I was like, okay, I think it's different. It's a different type of spell.
I just saw a video of it was a TikTok about a worm, and they're called hammerhead worms. And if you cut them up, they just regenerate. You can't kill them like that. That made me think of that.
Oh, wow! Worms are cool and kind of gross.
Yeah.
No, but imagine though.
Blue, why did you watch that TikTok 100 times?
Wait, did we say that? I missed that.
No, I watched it more than once, though. Apparently, you're supposed to dissolve them if you find them. Like, they're not good for anything.
All right, well, this is taking quite a turn where you have these horrid worms who are horrible. But the good news is if you cut them up, they'll replicate.
More worms.
God.
How crazy.
I hope that this doesn't inspire a boss fight where like
we're
like hacking off arms and legs and then they regenerate into another giant like monster creature thing. Oh god.
Hold on, I had a question here, but I've lost it. What are we doing? I forgot. Never mind. All right. So wait, hold on. Let's get a question in here because this is
like taking frantic notes, like regenerating worm.
How do you spell regenerate? I don't know how to do it.
Regenerating worm.
Why does it spell regenerate?
Somebody commented, put it in a blender and see if they're just like millions of them. I need to stop. I just thought it was so interesting.
That's incredibly nasty.
Put it in a blender.
You know, a couple of people have asked. Wait, who's echoing? I'm echoing on somebody's. Who am I echoing? Stop.
Sorry, that might be me. Wait, hang on. Let me switch my.
We're good. We're back. A couple of people have asked. You know, we're nearing episode 9, episode 10. Have there been like, what do you hope that happens to your character at the end? And have there been some standout moments of the campaign so far? Moments that have really stuck with you so far at all?
The toss, the fact that I'm imagining like just a pile of growing like papers, just, and then your cat's like playing with them.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I really hope that Tuyen gets to be in the play. Whether or not he's the leading man, I don't think it really matters to him. He just wants to be on stage.
Right, because Tuyen's never he's always been backstage. He's been off stage. So it's really not even about being in a lead role. It's about finally getting his shot on the stage.
Yeah, he just wants to be in a spotlight. It doesn't have to be the main one. Just a singular spotlight.
I love it.
I think that would be an amazing way for him to close out his freshman years, like being able to be a part of the play and to make PA proud and to make his adoptive father, William Crowley, very proud of him.
Amazing. And what about you, Rufus? Any moments that have stuck out to Rufus so far, or moments you hope Rufus gets to have?
Yeah, I really liked I really liked that moment of I'm sorry for so many times splitting the party, but I think I was alone in the middle of a field, and
When
the
Sylvanus
way that
whispered in your ear.
yeah, that was
Mm-hmm.
really really nice, and that stuck in my brain as just a really nice picture of like, oh, when he's in quiet and like there's nobody around. I think like the core of his being is just a really sweet kid,
Mm.
and so I really liked feeling that with him and for him. Um, I would really like to. I would hope that by the end of his freshman year, maybe not, he can maybe get rid of storage, and be comfortable enough.
Storage.
Be like just be like transparent with his parents and be like, I want to attend Keelan College like full
Mm.
time, or like go to most of my stuff there. That's
What
what
do
I'm
you
doing.
think their reaction will be if you ask them for that or tell them this?
I think that his dad would think that it was a waste of time and very clearly like use the argument of like, it's not something we've talked about. It's not on like our course for you, our plan for you. Obviously, like
Mm-hmm.
what is that? What's that going to lead to? We can't support you doing that. But I'm interested to see what his mom is thinking, because through all the backstory, like Rufus's mom is the person who sort of introduced him to sort of the natural world, and but she also was not someone that took it on as a real job, as a
Mm-hmm.
real like
Calling.
full-time thing. Yeah, it's still a hobby for her. I don't know how much she likes that though, how much she wanted it to be a hobby.
Interesting.
um and I would love there to be a Parents' Day. I think that would be the funniest thing in the world.
Oh
I think it'd be
my
so funny.
god! I really
Yes.
want to see
I think
Parents'
that.
that'd be
Day.
a nightmare for Noah, but so fun for us.
Yeah, a couple of people. First off, let me say, chat, thank you very much for the hype train. Again, we really, really appreciate it. Y'all are the best. And speaking of chat, multiple people have tagged me and screamed at me in the best way. I love when you scream at me about we want Parents' Day. I think after I read the Crowley letter that he sent you, Ian, that people are like, oh, we want Parents' Day. And yeah, I think, I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility. It would just have to sort of happen at the correct time and, maybe a little bit farther in the story, depending on where things lie. But I think a Parents' Day could definitely happen. And yes, except, Tisryn's family, he is estranged from his bio family, and his sort of adoptive father is in this sort of strange comatose state. So that might have to get sorted out. I don't know. We'll see.
Which seems like Lengua is going to help out with that.
Like
So.
was going there. Yes, and we have full confidence in her ability to succeed in that. And also, there will be no detours along the way. We won't find out about that on
Absolutely
Sunday.
no detours.
Well, speaking of this, actually, do we want to drop our characters for Sunday? Is that fun? Do we want to do that?
Sure.
Why don't we do that?
Sure.
All right, hold on, chat. So Bex doesn't know what's coming, so don't tell them, okay? Don't tweet at them.
anything.
Don't tell them. Don't say anything. But Lengua is going to happen upon a colony, a clan of kobolds who are in need of a dragon savior. And so just before we started, we were rolling up some kobold characters. Would you both like to introduce or just describe your kobold characters?
Yes, I would love to. Okay, so Vin, Vinh, pronounced Vin, is a male kobold. He is a level 4 barbarian, which I'm very excited about because I've never played a barbarian before. This would be my first time. Hi, Beetle.
Hi, Beetle.
He's being scampery.
Boy.
Oh, thank you.
Cutie. And basically I was just like, I want to play a beefy himbo character. And so that's
a himbo
what Finn is gonna
kobold
be.
is a match made in heaven, absolutely. And Blue, what about you?
I'm realizing our shared intelligence might be a little bit lacking in this one.
Oh God.
I wanted to go the opposite end of Rufus, and so I I made the nicest person on planet Earth. His name is Hug. Noah named him.
I love naming Blue's characters. I'm kind of obsessed with it. I'm sorry.
Hamburger
I
and
love the
Hug.
name Hug. He is another kobold and a cleric. And he's sweeter than pie and can do no harm and wants everybody to be friends. And I love him.
Anyway, I'm really excited about Sunday. It's going to be madness, so we'll see you there. But meanwhile, you made your way to the plane of Tir Naog, the plane of Sylvanus. You rescued this mouse being from these vines, and then you traveled across the lightning fields. What were your impressions as you made your way to this new plane? Were you worried something was going to happen? Were you like, what's going on here? Like, are you going to do a horrid trick on me? Like, what were you both thinking?
We've never rolled so badly.
You were rolling absolute dog shit. I'm not going to lie.
Trash.
It was like our worst run, I think we've had so far.
If we didn't have Bex, I would have been really scared.
Yeah, it was very bad.
We did so bad. I've never had a session where people rolled that bad.
I was also worried how we were gonna get back home because we didn't have a way back, so that was a bit concerning. But I think we just sort of were like, let's just cross that bridge when we get to it. We'll figure it out. And thankfully, we were able to help Sunny, aka Sylvanus.
Now I want to say this is my brilliance. His original name was Son of Vils, which is Sylvanus backwards.
Oh, God.
I am brilliant.
Oh, God. Oh, God. That is really nice. I don't think any of us would have gotten that.
I spent hours on that.
I did love him a lot. Next to Mark, he's been my favorite before Sylvanus. So just Sunny has been my favorite NPC.
I loved when Sunny and Lengua had that conversation with Tuyen where they're like, well, you haven't flirted with either of us.
It was the add-on. It was Tisryn being like, you haven't flirted with us, and Sunny being like, yeah, me neither.
Wait, hold on. Hold on.
Oh God. We lost to Noah.
Hold on.
Hell yeah.
We have a surprise.
Hello.
Hold on. I'm doing a surprise guest.
Noah keeps leaving.
I'm surprise guesting everyone.
Now.
Oh God.
Let me hold on.
I can't see the chat, but hi.
Hello.
Oh.
Before I joined, but then I forgot.
Bex, we are currently live right now, just so you know. Say hi to everybody.
I'll try not to curse. Hi, everybody.
You can curse.
Oh,
cursing is allowed. We curse on
Hold on now.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me make sure everybody can see you. Okay. This is live editing.
Oh God.
Stick with me.
Everything is falling apart.
Yes.
Chaos.
All right.
Chaos.
We're in.
I can't help it. Whenever I join, chaos reigns.
Yeah. So, Bex, welcome. Say hi to everyone. Say hi to Bex, everyone. What a lovely surprise. I didn't know that was coming. So that's why the tech was so beautiful. You can see me working in real time. Bex, take us through Lengua. Take us where Lengua came from and where you think she's going.
Well, Lengua came from two places. The first place was Emperor's New Groove when Yzma gets turned into the kitten.
Incredible.
Oh.
I love that.
The second place was the desire to mess heavily with Blue.
Incredible. I mean, really, that's all you need to create a character is like one bizarre pop culture reference that only like you and 4 other people are obsessed with, and then wanting to mess with your friend really badly.
Exactly.
I
And it
love
all just
Yzma.
kind of fell into place like that. As soon as I started thinking Yzma, it all just kind of fell into my lap.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. What were Lengua's first impressions or of the party when she first encountered everybody along the way?
When she first encountered everybody along the way, I think Lengua thought that Tuyen was like scary.
Like you were intimidated.
Even fake cats don't like water.
Well, oh, okay. All right.
I see.
So Tuyen was beautiful but terrifying.
I think that's an apt description.
Wow, I love that. Just boosted my ego so much. Thank you.
Rufus was an ugly Brody.
Yes, let's get into this part.
Oh my
which
god.
is can you talk a little bit about Lengua's relationship with
Holy
Rufus's
shit.
brother Brody?
Happily. So Lengua is asexual but not aromantic. Longs for like the soft touching romance but has no desire for sexual interaction. So the relationship with Brody was doomed from the start because it was all in Lengua's head.
Incredible.
100%. Brody would not know who Lengua is if you asked him at all.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Now do you feel bad, Blue? Hmm?
Yeah.
Good.
Oh
Oh.
no. Oh no.
How was it for Lengua to reunite? We're going over stuff again, but how was it for Lengua to reunite with Tefilok, really her true friend on campus?
That was huge. I don't think that Lengua had any idea how much she missed Tefilok at all until she was right in front of her. It was one of the and I love Noah as a DM. I love what Tefilok said and all those moments of like, I know she's very hard to like, but she's lovely underneath. I was like, yes, this is my Kronk.
There you go. Exactly.
Oh.
It's true.
Oh.
This was the Kronk to your Yzma. I love it. That's incredible. Just smashing a plate and making food. Exactly.
It was so good.
That's
It was
amazing.
Beautiful. You're a genius.
And then, well, it's because all of my characters are deep down, they're actually evil. So I like to reveal that other people are good. All of my characters are actually bad.
Are evil.
Yeah, it really is a little
And Lengua's the only one who knows that River the Understanding is evil.
Now, we don't know if that's true or not. That's Lengua's opinion.
It's Lengua's opinion, and we know how Lengua's opinions are on things are.
Yeah. So you all went to Tir Naog. You met this mouse. You ran through the lightning fields. And then you had this fight with the champion. What were you all thinking about this fight? Were you worried about how it was going, about how bad your rolls were? How did it feel having Lengua on your side as a teammate? Where were you guys with all this?
Lengua really saved our asses. Like if Pex wasn't here, we probably would have lost a Rufus or at least someone would have been very badly injured.
Yeah.
Even with the prayer beads, and even with the fact that like now as Tuyen has multi-classed as a bard, he does have cure wounds as a spell. Like even then, I was still scared. I was still worried. So it was a bit close.
Those beads came in clutch.
They really did.
Rufus, this was like your first time really getting messed up in a fight.
Yeah, and I was also rolling terribly. I think both my nat
Yes.
ones were in that fight. And
Do you think Rufus's confidence is shaken? Do you think he's feeling tougher? How do you think? What's his takeaway from this?
I think just a little bit more aware of the fact of like how quickly things can go bad for him.
He's feeling his wizard squishiness.
Yes.
Squishiness.
And you froze, which is hilarious. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Just a little bit aware of how quick that can happen. And I think for the most part he's pretty careful about like keeping his distance, but that went so bad that I was definitely scared. I was very worried. We've never rolled that badly.
Because like also wasn't it also a thing of like you hid like Rufus hid behind a tree,
And
but
he
then
walked over.
Yes.
the monster
The
like
monster had like
reappeared.
a tree stride ability that
It
allowed
like took
him...
over that specific tree, and Rufus was like hiding, and then was like, "Oh God, no!" It's just
Horrible.
a bad day for Rufus.
Horrible.
Poor guy.
But it then turned around a little bit for Rufus, maybe, and maybe for the group, when Sunny revealed himself to be the god Sylvanus. Lengua.
I just realized that Cineville and Sylvanus are I realized
Okay,
that.
Bex, before you got
last
on, I said Son Neville's is Sylvanus backwards, and I said it, and I was all proud of myself, and they looked at me like, honestly, no, fuck you. They were like, fuck
It's
you.
so good.
And you know what I wish I'd said?
Last night, I tried to be like Blue. Listen, Blue. Listen, like Blue. Listen, and Blue was like, no.
I wish that I'd said right before you joined and after Noah said this, I was about to say I probably wouldn't have figured it out, but you know who would have? Probably Bex.
That's amazing. Amazing. I love it.
Bex loves a puzzle. Bex is a puzzle person.
Okay, good. Good to know. We'll put some puzzles in on Sunday. So you all got to meet Sylvanus and Lengua. You have been transformed into a young dragon. How is she feeling about her new dragon form?
Oh, she's feeling the best. This is she's a little bit awkward. She doesn't quite have the hang of it quite yet. She's been a cat for a minute.
Right.
And before that she was a dragonborn. Like this is very new. She's also a worm, so like she just went from 4 legs to back to 2, but like
dinosaur limbs maybe at the front.
Yeah, it's a whole new ball game. It's like learning to ride a bike after you just got prosthetic legs.
Sure.
I don't think that's going to be the easiest thing to do.
Yeah.
Shadow of Beetle.
And you know, as you were all wrapping up, Sylvanus spoke to you, Rufus, and sort of issued this strange coded prophecy or prediction or something. What did you make of what Sylvanus had to say to you at the end of the session there?
I wrote it down and I forgot.
A thorn that withers never blooms, I believe is what he said.
Wow.
Anybody can chime in on that.
I think Sylvanus is trying to encourage Rufus to follow his heart and to really discover what his true passion is and not let his talents sort of be on the back burner. Like he wants you to pursue whatever it is that your heart follows.
Interesting.
That's my interpretation of it, though.
I like that. I do like that. I think that I really liked, which I think I also realized in the moment of like talking to them, at like asking myself why am I drawn to this stuff? Why
Right.
do I want to be here?
Right.
And realizing that I don't actually know.
Right.
And asking Sylvanus why, and Sylvanus being like, was really interesting.
A peek behind the screen. There's 2 peeks behind the screen, which is one that, like, you know, none of this would have happened if you hadn't have rolled well on those checks when Sylvanus whispered in your ear. You know, like part of that was just the dice sort of playing out a new facet of Rufus's personality or whatever, or just this connection that he had to this god, which was sort of why Sylvanus was like, well, you contacted me, you listened for me, which I thought is interesting.
And the dice also in every class that I've done in Keelan College so far, in those classes, I've rolled really well.
It's true. It's very true.
Which has been really fun, because this whole thing could have just gone south, like been like, oh, he has a really big passion for the natural world. But he sucks at it. It could have been terrible, but it's true. Everything has gone really well.
I will also say that the other people behind the screen, which is something I forgot, I was gonna have Sonny have to find his flute, and that would transform him back into Sylvanus, and I was gonna have him play the Jigglypuff song to transform, but I forgot to put the flute in early, and I was just like, I can't just have him find a flute.
Oh my god!
I forgot.
I love that.
I forgot. And I don't know. Next time, I don't know. I'll get it in later. There we go. That's Snorlax.
Snorlax.
There we go. So anyway. Adorable. That's the other people in the screen.
I love that.
I forgot to do that. And from there, that was pretty much the end. Oh, that's what we have to do next.
Maybe it's like the next time that Rufus hears a whisper from Sylvanus, it's just.
There we go.
It's just like.
Yeah, I'll do that next time. That's actually what it'll be. What we'll do now, Bex, this won't make any sense to you, but I do want to do this now because I've forgotten. We are going. Let's pick classes for the next time.
Right.
Bex, let me see if I can get you something to look at really fast. Or if you pull us, are you on your phone?
No, I'm on my computer, but I can be on my phone.
You know what? I'll just read it out. Never mind. It's just you're doing great. I'm doing bad. All right, here we go. Let's pick some new classes.
Okay.
Now in Astromundi College, we now have spatial positionality within the. Oh, I forgot. That's a typo. It should be within, not with this. That should be within. Within
the making a typo.
We love typos here.
I think actually Blue might have written that one, so that's probably on them. The next one is Futuronic probability. The next is Futuronic Probabilities and the Present by F. Telescopic Lenses 2 by Glora the Star Diviner. Constellations Windows to the Past by Holofernes. In Keelan College, we have The Natural World and Its Gifts by Ansel. Dwelling Engineering 1 by Baskin, which is still on there, even though Baskin is, I guess, dead.
What?
There's no,
God.
There's no class from Cress. There is a class called Resurrection Without Diamonds by River the Understanding. This was the class you were planning to take, Rufus. Tuyen, which was Circadian Rhythm, Sleep, Dreams, and Dance by Galaxica. Stage Lighting by Kalakak. The Jester and the Mask, Text Analysis by Kirkaboom. Stagecraft and the Arcane, Lessons in Restraint, P.A. Witherthorn. And then in the Bailey School is Top Notch Taverns, Safe Shopkeepings, and Indestructible Inns 1 by Big Jim, Estate Management and Ruin Avoidance Techniques by Constance Evergray, Gold: A History by Greta Goldscale, and Exotic Treasures, Items, Scrolls, and Tombs by Lorelei the Collector. Now, we probably won't get to these on Sunday, but we will get to them the following week, so I thought we could decide now. And listen, if Lengua was going to take a class, you can also decide one for her as well. Do you have ideas of what you'd like to take, friends?
What happened to Cress?
It's a mystery. I think maybe Crest did mention because they were helping us. They were like really busy or something like that, so maybe they just don't have time to teach a class or something.
Mysteries abound. Now, I also want to say something in the chat, which is the difference between Baskin and Raskin. This is me 100% fucking it up, without a doubt. There's no mystery behind this. This is me absolutely making a mistake. But here's why it is Baskin, and when I said Raskin, it was me panicking in the moment and saying the wrong thing, as I often do. In fact, sorry Jenny, it's absolutely the truth. even when I was laying out the rules, we were watching our TikTok, I was laying out the rules for the cheer squad, and for some reason, instead of cheer, I said tumble, even though it was written down, and you can see my eyes look at it. I look at the word cheer, and then I say tumble, because I'm so scared. Baskin, I know Baskin is named Baskin because they are named after the Baskin Engineering Lab at UC Santa Cruz. So that's why they are named Baskin. Baskin is canon. Maybe I'll introduce a character named Raskin later just to really...
Why did I think there was a So the teacher's name was Raskin?
I also thought it was Raskin.
I don't know.
I think at some point we just...
At some point I probably... I mean, the reason you thought that is because I said that. But you know what? Jenny has a great idea, which is that Raskin is the duplicate and Baskin is the teacher.
Okay.
Oh.
that makes it more complicated.
That's a big retcon. Anyway.
All right.
The answer to those questions, why it doesn't make any sense, is because I didn't make it make any sense. So good for me. Anyway, what classes do you all want to take?
Resurrection with... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, you're good. You were already halfway through.
No.
Just go, Blue.
If you don't talk before me, I will steal all of your shoes.
Are you gonna break into my home?
Yes.
That's easy to do now.
Oh God. Dear God. I
6 minutes away, I could do it.
Don't you? Okay, I'm gonna lock my doors.
Nobody docks anybody.
Lock your doors.
I'm gonna tell my roommates to not let you in.
I'll
Put up a sign that's like, "Do not let this person in," and it's just both of your headshots.
Incredible.
On the door.
Great headshots, though.
Do not let these people
use
in.
the Out magazine shoot, please, Ian. I beg
No,
you.
I will.
All right, Ian. What class does Tuyen want to take?
I'll stay with circadian rhythms, sleep, dreams, and dance.
Fantastic.
I want to learn more about sleep and
Interesting.
dreams
And dance.
and dance.
and Rufus. What about you?
I'm gonna do Resurrection without diamonds because I want to do another river class, and also the Resurrection can we
Without
do that
diamonds?
without diamonds? Resurrection without diamonds?
Yeah, who made that shit? All right, and if Lengua was going to, have a day back on campus, what class might she take, Bex?
She didn't listen to any of the options and spent some time with Teflok instead.
Absolutely, that is 100% the right answer. You have passed the test. Well, friends, I think that will wind down today's Disco Discusses D&D. I am so excited for Sunday. So excited to have Bex/Lengua back. So excited to meet some new characters. It's going to be goofy. It's going to be insane. I don't really know what to expect because I really need to write it. Thank you all in chat for being amazing, for all of the subscriptions and bits, for being so awesome on the Discord, for all the nice things you say to each other and to us, and for your amazing fan art, for being so great to Bex. We all adore you so, so much, and we will see you on Sunday. Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Goodbye, friends.
Huzzah!
Goodbye. There we go. Let me press the button. Goodbye.